What's up guys, it's James here, and in today's video I want to talk to you about the recent real shift in the mentality of Airbnb hosts. Now, there has always been some contention about how Airbnb hosts feel about the Airbnb platform, but now more than ever there are a lot of hosts who are very dissatisfied with the platform. And it's pretty understandable that that's the case. There has been a really big drastic cut in Airbnb support staff, meaning support is exceptionally hard to get through to now. And then there's all the different challenges and nuances that come along with managing a property on Airbnb in light of everything going on in the world today. And so there's a whole bunch of bad blood in the water when it comes to Airbnb hosts. But that's actually a good thing. Now, hear me out on this. It's actually a really good thing if you're in the business of managing people's properties on Airbnb. Because quite frankly, a lot of the problems that hosts are encountering with the platform are easily avoidable and easily solvable if you have the right tools and the right systems and the right strategies. And so in that light, it's really important to remember that you as a property manager can oftentimes find the solutions to these problems in other creative ways. You don't have to just rely on turning to Airbnb to solve all their problems. Obviously Airbnb support is not doing so great right now, but there are a number of different ways that we can go about solving many of the problems that we encounter. Now, some of them of course do have to go through Airbnb support, but a lot of them don't have to go that way. And then as far as actually just understanding what's going on in the world of travel right now and how to best maximize your listing, there's a whole bunch of different resources you can look to, and honestly Airbnb itself isn't a truly great resource for that to begin with. Now, the reason I say it's actually a really good thing is because as a property manager, if you're managing other people's properties on Airbnb, you're in the business of solving those people's problems. That's about the simplest way that you can really look at it. Any business exists to solve a problem, solve a need in the marketplace, and where there are big and painful problems, there are necessary for big and profitable solutions. And so the bigger these problems get for hosts and the more prevalent they become, the more profitable it becomes for us to go and solve them, because naturally more Airbnb hosts are going to want to hand off that responsibility to other people because they don't want to deal with those problems themselves. And the number of people who want to hand that off to begin with is going to grow and grow and grow as, again, more people just want to avoid dealing with Airbnb themselves. So again, it's a really interesting way to look at it, is that because we're in the business of managing people's properties on Airbnb, we're really in the business of solving Airbnb hosts and property owners' problems. So because there are more problems right now, it means that our business has a chance to expand. Now, how do you actually go about doing that? What are the practical steps to taking this additional pain that's in the market right now and applying it towards your business so you can help yourself to grow? Well, number one, you have to identify what those pain points are. So that's a really important first step. You want to really make sure you get to the root cause of the problem. Now, a lot of hosts are going to tell you different things about what their challenges are, what their pain points are, but it's your job to put on your detective hat and really get in there and diagnose exactly what the core problem is that's causing all of the additional symptoms. Once you've done that, the next step, step two, is really to go and look for the best possible solution. Now, again, like I mentioned, this requires some creativity. If you want to learn more about the exact process for that, then I recommend checking out the link in the description down below. That's going to link you to a free training where we walk through that more in depth. We also have some really cool additional free training on this YouTube channel right here. There's a playlist that's going to be called, I'm going to link it in the description down below as well. And that's basically the 6 different steps that we take to build an Airbnb management business. So I highly recommend checking that out if you haven't already yet. But simply put, we're just going to basically need to find a solution to those problems. And when I say you need to get creative, it's because the solution isn't always exceptionally obvious. Sometimes hosts are going to say that they have challenges reaching out to support. And so the natural conclusion might be to figure out a way to reach out to support for yourself that's not going to be exceptionally time consuming. Where a more creative approach might be to solve problems before you ever need to reach out to support in the first place. Just eliminate that activity altogether. And that's just one of many different examples of how we can get creative about our problem solving and our approach to running this business. Now, The real unique opportunity here is to go into the market when things are exceptionally painful, knowing that they're only going to get less and less painful from here. Airbnb is going to be IPOing, meaning that they're going to get a huge influx of cash in the next 6 to 12 months. It looks like more than likely is when they're going to come out with that initial public offering. They're going to hit the market and get a huge influx of cash. And so it's quite likely that they're going to really expedite the hiring process of hiring back their support staff, which, by the way, they're already taking steps to start doing. Now, as that happens, Airbnb is going to continue, as they always have in the past, to become a better and better and better company. And it looks like they're really going to be focusing heavily on serving their hosts. That is something that they put a really big focus on with recent high-level executive hires. And in the statements that they made to the public, it seems to be a really big area of their focus. Now, with that in mind, it means that your job as a property manager is going to get easier and easier and easier, but it also means that the property owners themselves are going to have an easier and easier and easier time managing the properties themselves. It means that the pain is going to become far less 6 to 12 months down the road. So now is really an opportune time to get started managing people's properties because it's the time of maximum pain. Now, similar to what Warren Buffett often says, the time to be greedy is when there's the time of maximum pessimism. It's a pretty common investing philosophy that when everyone else is being fearful, you want to be greedy. When everyone else is pessimistic, you want to get in there and grab your share. When everyone else is looking really optimistic, that's usually when there are very few opportunities. The most opportunistic times are times like these where everyone else seems to be running and hiding and not really know what to do. The people that have the right tools and the right resources can come in, solve those problems really effectively, and make a killing doing it. So again, if you're interested in learning more about the step-by-step of how to do that, then I recommend checking out the link down below to the free training that we've got set up for how to earn a full-time income managing other people's properties on Airbnb. In that training, I walk through step by step exactly how you can get started with no experience, no tech skills, no hard costs, and really just get started on the right foot right out of the gate so you can take advantage of this opportunity while it's still around. So again, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions about this, any comments, you want to share your thoughts, I would love to hear from you. Just post in the comment section down below, and I would love to connect with you. Until the next video, I will see you again soon.